Well, hi Miriam, how are you doing?
Hi Neil, good to
Yeah,
see you.
good to see you
Beautiful.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, brilliant.
It's it's
Um,
it's been a while, but
it has, yeah, because the last time we saw you was when you were at the Mysterious Earth conference last year, and then
yes,
we went on the post conference tour to the Lake District for a few days.
yes, yes. It
So
was a
it was
beautiful gift to myself joining you on that trip and having those experiences.
it was good, a great group, wasn't it? Lovely group, really friendly. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
enjoyed it. Apart from the money was breaking down, having to mend it again, but that all sorted itself out.
Well,
Um,
things like that need to happen to keep you awake and keep you on the top of your
it
of the
certainly did that.
yeah.
So, folks, this is another Meet the Speaker conversation because this is Mirjam Janse. She's going to speak at the Mysterious Earth Conference again in October, 24th, 25th of October, uh, in St Annes on Sea at the Glendower Hotel, and it's all on megalithic.tours.com. So, Miriam, you've got a fantastic YouTube channel. I've looked on there. There's so many helpful videos. It's great that you're helping people. Now
Yes,
you say that your gift is claircognizance. Is that right?
yes, yes. It's a word that I had to look up myself as well because there's not an easy translation of it. Um, but it means that you know things right away, and it's really funny. Um, and I've worked with it for years, so now it's like instant knowing, instant seeing, instant being able to make a link between what you see, what you hear, what you sense, and what you know. And it's fascinating. It's
So
fascinating.
it's like deep intuition, really, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, it is intuition, but it's also using your intuition in a
Yeah.
different way. So you go to, let's say, a lot of people are very, I think everyone is very intuitive, to be honest. And that's what I like to um, inspire people to use their intuition more because we need our intuition big time.
Absolutely, we
Yeah.
definitely do.
Yeah.
When did it all start? Were you like a young girl, or did it happen later, or what happened?
Um, a long time ago.
Yeah.
I guess I had it as a child as well, but then I didn't know it was a gift. I thought everyone is as intuitive as I am. But I remember that I had to solve certain situations and I didn't understand why people were not able to solve a riddle or get
Hmm.
out of a difficult situation. And for me, it was as clear as whoop, you do that, you say that, you understand so, and you respect me, and you're out of the problem. And uh, it took me a while to really uh, label my gifts correctly. But I even went to school in London to study working with my gifts. Uh,
Ah, right.
Also, because I know a lot of people say, yeah, 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 it's a bit like love and light language, and you're up in the air, and it doesn't really make sense. So I wanted to show that it does make sense to use your intuition. And
Mm.
I'll get to the subject of my lecture as well.
Yeah.
Here. And I went to a school that could confirm my gifts and teach me how to work with it correctly. Set boundaries, create a safe place for people to work in with me. And that was a wonderful, wonderful experience. But it also meant that I had to be in England every month. So it gave me a time to travel more, see more of the country, and I loved it. I loved discovering where where's England about, not only that school. Um, but it was also nice that in England they like um, ghost stories and um, castles with a hidden room, and then they I don't know. They're always stories connected to ancient buildings and
Yeah, yeah.
sites, and I love that. And then in the Netherlands, and that's kind of a funny thing. there are less ancient sites. Let's say it's pretty crowded in the Netherlands, which I noticed traveling through England, and you have those one-track roads and you keep going. It's endless. Without seeing anyone. And here in the Netherlands, that's almost impossible because too many cars, too many people, too many. And every square meter is built, rebuilt, restructured, and changed so many times that getting to the roots of an ancient site is not so easy here.
All right, and I mean, it's great that you found your dharma, your will in life, as we call it. I've just written and put an online course onto my website, basically teaching people the very same thing in intuition and to use your intuition and all this sort of thing. It's fantastic that you're doing that, because to be positive in these days that we're really struggling, it's so important, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I can imagine there are a lot of reasons to lose your optimism and say, okay, we're going down under. But that's on a certain level. And what I like about being able to work with my gifts is saying, yeah, but there are other levels. There are other levels of presence. And you can connect with it. And then you can be optimistic about the change that is taking place right now. It's very funny. All the tuning in I did in the last few weeks, wherever I was, whether I was at the sanctuary near Avebury, or in Cornwall next to a mine, or even in the Netherlands, all the energies talk about the shift that is taking place. So there is something happening that you can only detect when you open up and say, okay, let's see what I feel, what I sense. How does it have an effect on me? Without this entertainment of the television and the radio and all the, let's say, superficial information that comes that way. And that makes it more intriguing. And, you know, in the end, so people, I respect it if they say, oh, I'm really having a hard time. But choose to have not a hard time. And sometimes it's more difficult to choose to be happy on a day than to be miserable. But yeah, it brings you more when you choose to be happy, and there's more offered as well. So the beauty is that when you're happy, you can give yourself more gifts. So for me, going on a trip with you to Lake District and more, that was an experience. And no matter whether there were negative or less, let's say a little bit difficult aspects to it as well, overall, it is the gift of life that you give yourself. And that's what is enhanced, empowered when you visit ancient sites. So I think you're doing a great job there.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope it is helping people. You say, like, what you said, people listen to the news and listen to the television, all this, and it's so much negative,
Yes.
so many negative things. But I believe that things turn. Things don't stay the same all the time, and we're kind of going through a difficult time. But I do believe that it's going to improve. Can you feel? And if you can, try and explain a little bit of how you feel things are going to change.
Well,
Well, the difficult one, yes.
Neil, that's a huge subject as well. And it also depends on the abilities of people, whether they're able to broaden their horizon and allow themselves to have another perspective than they were brought up with. Because our education system is also, okay, you narrow your thoughts and you stick to the path. And I'm absolutely about freedom and creativity and, you know, a sense of presence, of belonging here. I mean, I could leave this place if I want to. but I'm here now. I have a
Mm,
body, I have a mind, I have a heart. I'm
absolutely,
living
yeah.
in this world now.
Mm.
So I'd better do that to the best I can, and I want to have a beautiful experience, which will change because we change on every level possible. But that's the subject of one of my next videos.
Oh, well, you don't want to ruin that.
And it's quite difficult to say it in two sentences, but you could say that it's all going to change, no matter what you think of. Whether you think about food or living or the financial system or the economics, but then also our senses, our um, all our concepts about life are changing. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Because hopefully,
now to
hopefully people, as they experience sort of the dark time, this is when you learn, isn't it? And I think that people, the more people, because I think we create our environment as well. So the more people that try to look more on the positive side, the more positive things will be.
yes.
So I'm hoping that that's what. I mean, do you feel that's what's happening?
Well, the thing is, you can be really upset about the stuff that's happening, and especially in England, I was really shocked to see the devastation, like in cities, so many shops closing, and the only thing that is left is charity shops, and the vividness was gone, and to
Mhm.
me, that the government makes a mess of it. But the Dutch
Mhm.
don't do that much better.
Well, yeah, well, I
but
suppose government, isn't it?
but if you look at that level and say, okay, there's it's not going to change there, and it's okay to be upset and angry and take action, but the change is going to happen in another level of consciousness, and that's where it's so nice to connect to the ancient sites, which are far more presented in England than in the Netherlands. Because there is something that is still approachable in an ancient site
Mhm.
with your higher intuition, I would say. So, okay, it's intuition, but you go to another frequency in your intuition to pick up the stories and the information. And of course, it's all part of the bigger picture. Uh, but that lifts me up every time I tune in and I'm allowed to get information from a stone or a tree or a house or a mountain or a lake, or it speaks to me and it enriches me as the bigger Mirjam. Let's
Mhm.
say
Mhm.
I have we all have this small personality. It's
Yeah, yeah.
is defined by our ego, but there's far more. And
Oh, of
we are
course, yeah,
given gifts
yeah.
to feel and sense that bigger story of ourselves. And that's going to be really fun. And the funny thing is, and I mean, I noticed that here even uh, you attract different things as well. Like you attract a new place
Mm.
within no time after you've sold your house now
Yeah,
within a
wow,
few days.
bang. Yeah, well, I thought it's really going to happen now.
Oh, that's brilliant. No, that's absolutely great. And I go to, and I'm sure you have those experiences as well. You go
Mm.
somewhere, you don't know anyone, you sit at a table, you have a cup of coffee, and you end up having a really long conversation that is very personal and goes very deep with someone you don't know. But I also experienced, which is to me new but lovely, is that people that recognize me in the street or
They
having
do.
comments. You are the one who made the videos I watched this morning, and I go like, what?
Oh, wow. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, well, you're famous. Yeah.
And that's
So,
yeah, that's new to
so
me.
when you're at a site, then, or sort of an ancient site, and people always talk about feeling the energy of the site, but for you, it's more it opens you up to another level. Is that?
Well, I remember you being a little bit cynical about all the interpretations of old style ancient site. I hope you don't mind me saying so, but
No,
you're
no, it's so
you're
no, definitely.
you're absolutely true. It's a very personal
Mhm.
experience,
Yeah,
and
yeah, of course.
yeah, but at the same time, I don't know the whether everything is like we all are connected to ether. We are ether, right?
Mhm.
So whether all the ancient sites are more open, more present in ether, or easier approachable in the ether
Mhm.
field, then you could say, okay, you tune into your own story. It doesn't mean,
Right.
but the funny thing is, I do that with people as well. I tune into them and I see their history or their future or their illnesses or their blocks or whatever, or the entities that kept their parents blocked, frustrated, angry, depressed. How do I know? Because they
Mm.
didn't tell me. So it is in the field, it is in ether, it is in their aura, whoever, whatever you want to call it. But all the information is available. And when we
Mm.
learn to work with that information, we all will. That's
Mhm.
my opinion. We all
Do
will.
you, sorry to interrupt, but do you think that this is something we had, or the human race had at a previous sort of in a previous existence? Like, because I've got this, I really believe that there's been a pre-advanced civilization, and
Oh
we
yes,
kind of get.
yes,
So, do you think that they had once we had, or a
yes.
previous exist, they had this not this way of knowledge and sort of living with nature and being able to
Yeah,
understand each other on a different level?
definitely. And I think we've had several civilizations
Yeah,
that
I
moved
think
us
so.
in.
Mm.
And I also think that some of these civilizations made a mess of it because you can abuse your gifts. You know, you can use them to destruct others. It's a power tool as well. So I think a lot of things went wrong, but right now, if there is going to be, for instance, disclosure about UFOs, or there are finds like the elongated skulls, they have to admit at a certain moment that there were other civilizations, that there was
Yeah.
a history of humanity that's not being discussed and
Oh
not
God,
out in the
yeah.
open. But there, the internet really helps us to get information that wasn't available in the beginning. So that's very, very. I hope we're fast enough with spreading the information before they close everything down. Uh,
Yes, yeah. You think that's likely to happen?
the risk is there, and I use it as an encouragement to move faster and say,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
well, yeah, and it
'Cause
needs to happen.
that's one of the reasons why I put my course out for the same thing, just to um, try and move things on quickly. But you do, well,
Yeah,
yeah, you do wonder whether human beings are able to
yes,
have a power and not use it negatively. And I guess it's like the Atlantis thing, isn't it? They had their
again,
power. Atlantis,
yes, 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 yes.
yeah, they had that, and then they ended up um, ruining the society. But you mentioned that there's just a moment ago when we were talking that you think there's an energy in Britain now or in England that is different to the Netherlands where you come from. Is it there's a difference, but is it better or worse? Or how is it? What's it like? What's the energy in England like to you?
Well, I wouldn't say I like England more than the Netherlands or otherwise, the other way around. But there's, of course, the Netherlands is flat. A lot of land is regained land from the
Mhm.
sea. Right now, I'm in the place of France, which absolutely in the polder, which is regained land. But I can feel it. There's. If I go down, under and I tune into the earth. I go into the water. And I don't like that.
All right. Okay. So you feel that,
uh,
yeah.
um, and I love the fact that the view in England when you drive your car, and I like to get there with my own car,
Mm-hmm.
drive on the wrong side of the road, be very adventurous. But with every corner, the view changes. And it keeps me alive. It keeps me alert. It keeps me challenged. Uh, and I like that a lot. There is, of course, because of the history, the Dutch being traders, so to speak. I mean, in the Golden Age, we made our fortune as the Dutch with the Dutch float, silver float. Oh my gosh, how do you translate that? Anyway, the big ships that went to the east to find pepper, herbs, silk, whatever they brought back to Amsterdam. That's all the big houses are built with the money that they
Yeah,
made.
of course. Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
different in England. And the biggest difference is that you have really an elite in England, and then
Mm.
uh, middle class, and then the lower class, and the differences are very visible, which is not the same in the Netherlands.
Everybody's pretty much the same sort of level of wealth and that sort of thing, so to
Yeah,
speak, within a band.
yeah, that's not really, but it doesn't show as much as it
Mm.
does in
Well, I
England.
feel that definitely. Do you know, like I've been like my last book and everything was about wealth and wisdom, and the fact that in many places you get people that are massively wealthy, and other
Yes,
people at the other end of it that are really, really, really poor. And I'm kind of wondering why it is that some people manage to attract that, and whether it's good, whether it's bad, and whether the people that understand some more of the things that you're speaking of. I mean, you're talking about going back to people like Solomon and the Knights Templar and all this sort of thing. They had a knowledge of something which was unable to attract abundance to them.
yes. And I think if abundance is not connected to a certain level of consciousness, then abuse lies around the corner.
Yeah,
The door closed.
I didn't hear it. Hope it wasn't somebody coming in.
Yeah, 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 no joke.
God,
Those are
got to be
synchronicities.
careful what you say. Yeah, they're after you. Well, in this country now, it could well be. You never know. I
Yes.
tell you, Britain and England, it seems like to me the place I grew up in has gone, and it's just dying around me.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
another reason why I just want to. I can't stand it anymore. I've got to get out.
Yeah, but it is funny, and it can be like it can go both ways. You can feel an urge to move on because that's your soul path, right?
Mm.
That's very deep inner calling. I have to move. I have to do something else. Um, I can relate to that, by the way. And
Yeah.
I lived in Amsterdam for 35, 40 years. I lived as an artist and performer, and it was very creative. And I learned a lot about how people deal with life and communicate with one another. It was a big learning school, great education. But Amsterdam is not the same anymore. It's uh, if you go to the center of Amsterdam, you're addressed in English, not in Dutch.
Is that because the amount of English people that have moved over there, right?
Immigrants and from
Right,
everywhere, and
right.
the center of Amsterdam's been bought by Saudis and Chinese and what was it?
Well, same here. Yeah.
Yes, so it's not alive anymore as a community. And what we are talking about, and that's a nice point, you talk about a community on another level. So you want to connect to people in France that are
Mm.
living that sense of community without having to live in a city together.
Yeah, I know that you, because I'm moving, or hopefully moving down to the Languedoc, which is the area around the chateau.
Yeah.
I've been taking groups there on the tours for 20 odd years and staying there. And I just, as soon as I get in the area, I feel like, oh, I'm home. Oh,
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah.
And it seems to, and that was going to be that as well. Knights Templar was going to be the homeland of Knights Templar. That was what they intended to. That was the intention until it was stopped. But I can feel it there. I can feel the difference tangibly between. I know you've had experiences down there yourself. You've made some videos on your YouTube channel. So can you feel it? Can you feel a more positive vibe to that area or not?
Oh, I really loved, for instance, Mirepoix. You've been
Oh
there?
yeah, well, quite, yeah. Yeah. With all
Um,
the lovely buildings on the
yes,
stilts with the
yes,
painted. Oh, gorgeous place.
yes.
Mm.
Uh, but you have to say, we have a few very old bars there, and I like that. I don't know
Oh,
why.
I do,
I like an old
yeah.
bar.
I do as well. I have to be near to a bar, yeah. Well, I'm an English lad, working class English lad. I've got to go to the pub.
Yes,
I'm letting myself down and everybody else.
the Pilgrim in Glastonbury is also. I mean, still has those
Yeah.
beautiful windows. I love sitting there and having the most expensive beer.
Oh yeah. They've got
But
a
that's
lovely
yeah,
stout in there. Good,
yeah.
yeah.
But it's true.
Menadu.
What I noticed visiting the south of France and Rennes-le-Château, Montségur, and some other places,
Mhm.
that even there you have those levels in experience. So
Okay.
you
Yeah.
can tune into a consciousness that is more universal or to more personal pain, loss, sorrow, war. Uh, I went to Rennes-le-Château and I sensed the killing. I could sense it, and
Really?
yeah, and it was horrible. And I had to walk out of it and come back. And then when I came back in, I'd stepped into a different energy, and suddenly there was light, and there was like a surrendering to a different existence.
Mhm.
So it transformed into like even like the whole Rennes Chateau, the whole chateau was aware of its function in history.
Mhm.
And those are the things I really appreciate being able to experience because it takes you out of daily life and it puts you in a total different perspective. Your whole life is then a witness of all those lifetimes and all those experiences of humanity. It sounds like, whoa, this is huge, but it is huge. And I think everyone can learn to tune into that. And what it brings you is an absolute sense of freedom and meaning and being valuable here on earth. And that's what I like as well, because I know I've known some really hard times as well, because sometimes it wasn't easy to work with gifts that everyone rejected. Now
Yeah.
there's more openness. People are more curious and they develop more senses, which makes them yeah want to learn more about working with gifts and guides, and that's what I.
Yeah. I mean, another thing I covered was in the course was the fact that we are not. So we always ask the question, "Who are we?" And we're not what your job is and where you live and who you. I mean, so the idea is that we're not our personalities.
Yes.
So we are something much deeper.
Yeah.
We're going to be away from the idea that you're just your personality, because personality is like a suit you wear, so that you
Yeah.
can So it's like a software, so
Yeah.
you can communicate with other people, but you are actually um, a much deeper entity, maybe not even that. Well, so when you said, what was interesting when you said the killing at Rennes Chateau and the death. I mean, the whole area around there. Oh, it's such a beautiful, beautiful place, and
Yes.
when I think of what happened to the Cathars, and so many Cathars were just murdered. Well, Rennes le Chateau used to be a big city, didn't it, called Raises, and
Yeah, and
at that time
I made a
there
mistake.
was
I made a mistake. There was Montsegur where I experienced.
right, yeah,
Uh, but the Rennes le Chateau had another aspect that I found very, very interesting because I always wanted to go to those places. I've
mm,
always felt this need to visit those places. And I was in Rennes le Chateau on a day that not everything was open because it was winter time. It was cold and windy, but I met several people that lived in Rennes Chateau or
mhm.
owned the restaurant or the shop or the this or the that, and I had some talks. And the funny thing is, um, I was there and I was open to information. I made a beautiful video. I channeled Mary Magdalene, and I was like, "Wait a minute, what's happening here?" So that was a big surprise for me. That was a present of Rennes Chateau. But I noticed also that a lot of people who live in Rennes Chateau are all living a karmic issue.
Oh, right, okay,
And I was, and don't take me wrong, but I was happy to be able to leave that place. I
right.
was
You think it was
happy
because
not to have be obliged to stick to that place and live my life there. I wanted to move. And they are not able to do that because they have to finish their karmic story.
so you could feel all this energy of people trying to sort of finish off something that
Yes.
is their legacy, but they
Yes.
can't quite get to. So, what did you think about um, the whole Boranger Sonia, the priest thing, and all that in the church? Did you get any feelings about that?
You have to say that again.
About the priest Boranger Sonia?
Ah, right, right.
Yeah, when
Well,
you went into the church, what did you feel? Did you feel it good, bad? Could you?
I
Um,
the and that's why I really like the fact that I went out to the side where the tower is, and I channeled Mary Magdalene to my surprise, and she was talking about universal love, and um, wait a minute, what is this? This is unexpected, but I understood what I felt in Rennes Chateau. There's a lot of politics going on.
mhm.
So even in the old days, even when there's so much talk about respect and um, addressing the inner wisdom, so the inner richness, I would say, it's beautiful to note all the different aspects of the politics in Rennes le Chateau because there are so many people that have a connection to it. So it's really a hot spot for it's like
Right.
vibrant, very vibrant. But to be um, successful and produce your own products, you have to be outside Rennes le Chateau. You shouldn't live there.
Mhm.
So I'm glad you're not choosing to live there.
No, I couldn't live in the actual. It's
No,
just like 10 at the hilltop there. No, I couldn't do that.
no, no.
I mean, the town I'm looking at is quite a lot bigger, and it's lots of things going on.
That's
But
good. Yeah.
the whole area is it's as if it's to me it's like it's holding a secret,
Oh yes. Yeah.
and I don't know what that secret is quite yet. But I'm intrigued to lift the layers.
Yes. Yes. Well, let me know what you do.
Yeah. Did you go to Alet Laban?
Two?
Alet Laban. It's an old. It's just down the road. It's like a medieval, an old. It's a little, very
Oh,
small
wow.
town.
Yes. 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 Uh, uh, Briefly, not extensively. I went to the caves near Rennes-le-Château. Uh,
Okay, yeah, the ones where, well, the one was supposed to be where Mary Magdalene lived, and And
Yeah,
then the Cathars had their own caves, didn't they? Where they
yes. Well, you have these underground, very long corridors with malachite and stalactites,
mm,
beautiful crystals in the wall. And the funny thing is, I went there on the very first day they opened. So I was the only guest. So I had a private tour with someone, and he took me through all the hallways, and he allowed me to tune into what was happening in those spaces, and that was mind blowing. And there, time stands still, and then it's very calming to just be in that space. Like sometimes a beautiful church building has the same, but it's probably also because of the crossing of ley lines underneath the church that makes you like really ground easily. And that happened in those caves as well. I did make
oh,
a
yeah.
video about that because I was told about the aim in life, the true aim in life in those,
In your life or in everybody's life.
yes, everyone's life.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can you
And
speak of that?
yeah, and that's well, I have to. The funny thing is, I have to look at my own video to remember what I said.
No, I get like that. Yeah.
But it's again, it's liberating to feel that you're part of something that is so much bigger. And
Yeah.
again, Neil, that's what happens when you connect to the stones.
Mm,
And a circle of stones, which creates a community of energies that is so
okay.
harmonious in sound, in vibrance, in frequency, in interconnectedness with all the other stones on Earth and all
Mm,
the hidden um, information that's in the Earth underneath those stones and underneath
well,
so many important buildings. To me, that's an endless field of research still. I mean, I'm not finished
mm.
yet.
Well, no, with doing these journeys of our life, they carry on, and you find, don't you, if you're actually on your correct path, that synchronicities come
Yes,
from nowhere, and you think, wow, where did that come from?
yes.
And I think that's how you know that you're doing the right thing with your life. That these strange occurrences happen to you, you know.
Yeah, well, it's right. This Hungarian scientist called, he has this impossible name to pronounce. But he talks about going with the flow, what the
Yeah,
flow
yeah,
is. It's
yeah,
very
like the
much,
flow of nature. Yeah, yeah.
and it's true if you don't know how to surrender to the moment. And I like that. It's, if you surrender completely to the moment, you're eternal.
Absolutely, yeah, 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 yeah. You've got to be able to, yeah, you've got to be able to. I mean, I look at things in the northwest of England, and like those the pit towns and the mill towns where I come from. There's still people in the pit towns or the mining towns saying, "Well, I'm a miner. I come from a mine family." I was, well, the mines shut down 30 years ago. Well, still a
Yes.
miner. I was, well,
Yeah.
you've got to be able to move on, you know. So it is really your destiny to be a miner when there's no mines. That's the sort of thing, isn't it? That people think, this is what I am, this is what I, but they don't open themselves up to uh, what their real destiny can be.
Well, it's what I know after having done thousands of sessions with people who ask me, "Where's my life about? What am I
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to do? What is my soul path?"
Mm,
Uh, it's it's very clear that some people have to live that life, and it has to be in that location, with in that relationship, with those children, and that's their task, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
okay, because you know we cannot all be pioneers like we are, Neil.
No. I know that's the thing. I mean, I halfway through, or at some point in my course, you're told to act. You say, "How can I serve?"
Yes,
And wait for someone to come back to give you an idea of where to go.
yes.
But I'm going to ask you that question: do you work with people on a one-to-one level, on a one-to-one basis, like clients? And you obviously do.
Well, yeah, but it's given. It's also given. I mean, when I do a session with someone, they ask me questions, but the real questions just pop up. And even without them knowing, it's like, whoa, that's the real issue. Never realized. Ah,
Yeah.
there, because you enter a field in which the frequency is a little bit higher, you could say, but there's less pollution because you concentrate on, where do you concentrate on listening to the heart, to the rhythm, to everything that's in the air, because there's no ether is everywhere. And then they pick up the real question by themselves, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's creating that field in which things can happen. But sometimes it's like, I'm still surprised by some of the work that I do myself.
Yeah, but it really unveils all sorts of things. When
Yes.
you put your question out to the whatever to call it, collective consciousness, subconsciousness, whatever that thing, that universal thing is, you'd be surprised when the answer comes.
It's
And
it's
yeah,
beautiful, and sometimes, and what I notice, that's one of the things that is changing right now. That things happen rapidly. So a healing which took me like half an hour, let's say 10 years ago, is now done in 2 seconds.
right, okay. Oh, so you can actually heal people through the energies as well. Then.
I don't heal.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guide the
yeah,
healing.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I'm just a tool. But because I'm open to it and I know how my body works as
yeah.
that tool to heal, it can work really fast. And if people are open to it, but sometimes they like go, nah, this is too weird. But sometimes they
Yeah.
think, whoa, what's happening? Suddenly and it's beautiful. But it always connects to them being ready to embrace a certain consciousness that
Mhm.
makes it possible to lift them into another place of being.
Right. Yeah.
So no, it's and there are so many people that want to know now where their life is about.
Well, that's better, isn't it?
And it's exactly like you following that inner calling. So I need to move.
Mhm.
That's beautiful. I'm still very curious to see where I'm going to move to. But
You feel a pull as well, do you?
yes.
Any ideas?
Well, for some time I thought I have to move to England, but I don't think so. But I
I
need to
know.
step away from the watery countryside here. That's for sure.
Right. Okay. I
Uh,
mean, when you get these inspirations or these challenges, the next thing, it's like, I mean, I live in England. I've always lived in England, and then suddenly I feel like I should be moving to France. You know, well, I mean, there's so many barriers you can put in front of that.
yes,
But
yes,
but I've always said, I've always I've always taken the challenge. I've always taken the new path. When you say the two paths divide and I took the one less travelled, and I think you've got to do that, haven't you? You've got to say, well, I'm giving this. It might be a bit scary, but
yeah.
you've got to
Well,
do it.
fear is never a good advisor. So keeping moving on. And that's what I say when people are fearful or they really doubt themselves big time. So make one move and just make that one small move and feel that it's okay to make that small move. You can only live one day at a time. So why ponder on where I'm gonna be in 2 years' time? It's impossible right now.
Of course,
There,
it is. Yeah, things are
with
changing.
everything that's going on, it's impossible. Even my guidance lets me know it's impossible to know where we are in 2 years' time because it's depending on how many people dare to become more conscious and travel the roads less traveled.
Yeah, the road less traveled. I mean, I'm really hoping that more people do because once everybody's living with this sort of universal law, and taking the flow of nature. Everybody up, it lifts everybody up.
Yes, yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's that's so uh, that's so surprising. When I started making my videos like a long time ago, but during the lockdown, I felt like I needed to stay in contact with people, and I wanted
Mhm.
to communicate. So there was a beautiful way of communicating with far more people. And now that's like I'm approaching 20,000 followers, which
Yeah, I noticed that. Wow.
uh, and that's huge. And that's gives me a sense of responsibility as well of being very clear in what I want and how I say it. So it's a
Yeah,
challenge.
yeah. I looked at your YouTube channel, and I mean, you've got hundreds of videos on there, but they're all very positive.
Yeah.
You're really giving a positive message forward, and that's helping everybody, isn't it? That's fantastic. And nearly 20,000 people on it. So what have you got? Just got to kind of draw it to a scene because I know we could carry on talking forever. But
Yes.
have you got what have you got any general advice to people
Whoa.
now that as we move into through difficult times?
Well, get to the conference.
Oh yeah, definitely come to the conference. All 20,000 of you. Maybe not that many.
Uh, and your conference called the Mysterious Earth, and I like that we are a mystery. We can research a lot, and um, the mystery, the real mystery, should stay a mystery. I mean, it's
Yeah,
okay to be a mystery. We don't have to solve or understand or label everything. And when you allow yourself to be that mystery, you can enjoy whatever happens more easily as well. How about that?
absolutely. Brilliant. Yeah. Because when you uncover a mystery, you find another mystery underneath it.
Oh,
That's the
oh,
wonderful thing. It carries
at
on
least,
forever.
at least one, at least. Yeah, yeah.
So, your talk at the conference is, let's have a look, Ancient Sites, Portals to Forgotten Stones. And that fits in perfectly because
Yeah, to
it's quite
forgotten
a,
stories, right?
sorry?
To forgotten stories.
Oh, story, sorry. I don't like putting my glasses on. That's the thing. I'm trying to read it. I'm too vain. But yeah, I've forgotten the story. So, I mean, the whole thing about the mysterious earth, the name is such a wide spectrum. It can there's people from all different ideas and
Yeah,
shapes and
yeah,
ideas and sizes that come to the conference.
yeah.
So, and lovely people, and we get to speak to each other between the talks. It's fascinating. And also in the evening in the hotel, if you stay in the hotel, and if you don't stay in the hotel, you still come back in the evening to mix with everybody. So it's a fantastic time, great people, and lovely hotel in St Annes on Sea.
I'm
So
looking
I
forward to it.
hope everybody can come. Do you want to tell people about your YouTube channel and anything else where they can
Well,
from could
I
cover it
don't
on
know
both
whether
sides?
you can put some subtitles in the
Yeah,
video, but if you type in my name, Mirjam Janse, you'll find my channel very easily. And my website is also www.mirjamjanse.com. So that's also very easy to find. I do personal sessions, I do lectures, I do workshops, um, and I make my videos. And I love meeting like-hearted people and have an adventure. And
absolutely.
you asked me if my lecture, the title of my lecture is quite broad, but I like to make people more curious. I
Mhm.
like to inspire them to be curious and be open to adventure. So I'll address certain experiences I had that show you that we are, as human beings, are connected to different dimensions, different layers of existence, um, different beings, and different, let's say, presences on Earth. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna talk about, Neil.
Well, that is absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. So it's going on your channel as well. So just tell people about my website, which is megalithic.tours.com, and you can book the conference from there. And you can also click onto my course and onto my YouTube channel as well, which has only got 2,700 subscribers, which is like a baby compared with yours.
Well, you never
But
know what's going to change.
you never know. So if any of yours want to come and subscribe to mine, we always need new
Yes,
people.
yes.
And I'm going to start putting videos about Hermetic philosophy on there. It's a new channel I'm going to follow because it mixes in with the course. So that's me and that's you.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
So I'll say goodbye to all you people out there, and I hope to see you all at the conference.
definitely. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the conference, seeing you again, and
Yeah,
see all the lovely people that visit the conference. Beautiful.
brilliant.
Thank you for inviting me for this talk, Neil.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's
Yeah,
going to be. I'm really pleased you've agreed. I'm really looking forward to it.
good.
So goodbye to everybody.
Okay, bye.